Mortals always lie. If a mortal isn't talking, that means she's busy lying to herself. So true, Worsty. So true. I should probably be taking a nap, but I really want to play this. I stopped yesterday to take a nap before Sahil's stream, but then her internet went down and she didn't have a stream, so I was like, ugh. I took all my self-control not to continue streaming this game at like 1 a.m. when I have work at 7 a.m. today, so we're doing this. And I've also moved my image from over here to over here so that you can see all of this. Okay. So previously, we got out of the cave. We hit level 3, obtaining the feat Micromanage Luck. That's what that feat is. And now, we're talking to everyone. We've talked to Stoughton, we've talked to Camellia, I think. No, we haven't. Well, let's talk to Camellia. And then we need to go out and explore this city and kill all the demons. Mouth sore's acting up. Blah. Such is life. Greetings. So, tell me about yourself. You want to know more about me than you already do? Why? I talk to spirits of this tormented land when they guide me in battle. I'll help you fight the demons, and I swear you can rely on me in this matter. Isn't that sufficient? Well, where'd you learn to wield a rapier? I had good teachers. Though they don't get all the credit, I am a most diligent student. Camellia licks her parched lips. Your amulet's unusual. Oh, my old trinket. It's nice of you to notice, but I assure you it's nothing but a bauble. Can a lady not be drawn to beautiful, useless things? She's so true. You relax during combat. Your battle cries are uninhibited. So you notice. To be honest, I find it embarrassing. You see, being a shaman means having spirits of battle as my ever-present companions. In the heat of combat, they become rather, vocal. Anyway, as much as I enjoy our delightful conversations, the spirits are calling me, and I must respond. Please excuse me. Okay. Gemil Hawks, a strange figure towers over the bar. Huge, ungainly man with skin so milky white his blue veins are visible from a distance. His bald head is equal parts lumpy and pitted, and blood-filled eyes stare impassively at you beneath pale brows. The glass in the albino's large, clumsy hands looks dangerously delicate, as if one twitch of those callous fingers... It's old man Dave Strider! I don't know if, like, Dave is explicitly meant to be albino, but I've always read Dave as albino. Oh, I passed my lore religion check. That medallion you're wearing. That's a sacred symbol. You're a cleric of Caden Kalen. I'm a tavern keeper, best in the city. Best there's ever been, and I pray to the best god there is. So who are you? Gimel Hawks. A vampire. Really? No. So show me what you got. I will be right back, Gemmel.
So exciting!
Hey, Gemmel. Are you ready to go bankrupt? Oh, I don't have any of that armor that I can. I guess I should keep all of that. Woohoo! Money. Okay, do you have any cool rapiers? Nope. Any cool armor? Nope. I don't have the money for this, but this would be nice. Oh, I want these potions. I want 5 of them. So much. Those are going to go right down the gullet, but hopefully, you know, we gotta survive. Right, we aren't done talking. How'd you end up here? How'd anyone end up here? How'd you or them? World's big. There still isn't a place for everyone. People who no longer have a life anywhere else end up here. Any news? The demons everywhere, and you showed up. Any places worth visiting? You mean places normal people usually stay away from? There are plenty, like the Pitaxian wine cellar. Once belonged to a Pitaxian trading house. Then King Iravedi came to power in Pitax, and property started changing hands. Soon after, the seller's shop assistant was found in a ditch. Not all of them, mind, just his head. Numerian gangsters had taken possession of the place. They wanted to sell something stronger than wine on the street. And they ended up in the gallows. Then King Iravedi's number was up. So now the store stands empty and unclaimed. People say a headless ghost wanders the place at night, moaning ghoulishly. Ooh. See, not one for talking. Gotta go. Jernach. Young man in well-worn traveling clothes and a simple wooden symbol of Aristotle on his chest is efficiently cutting a linen robe into strips to use as bandages. You one of the Crusaders? Thank you for defending those of us whose talents lie off the battlefield. I'm Jernau, servant of Aristotle. Nice to meet you. What you doing? I only took my holy orders recently, so my gods only bestowed a little of his power upon me as yet. Sorry to say the number of wounded fighters in this tavern is far beyond my power to heal. But there's a reason people say have faith in the gods, but look to yourself first. I may not be able to help the wounded with magic, but I can at least cut up bandages. You from around here? No, I was just passing through. I was sailing down that old man of ours, the Great Sullen River, to a village by the name of Chili Creek. Happened to land in the city on the eve of the festival, and I'm ashamed to say I decided to stay for a day to enjoy myself. Ended up staying here longer than I bargained for. Chili Creek, where's that? It's just a small fishing village, not even marked on some maps, but people do live there. What they don't have is a priest. They have no one to heal their wounds, no one to offer prayers for good catch, no one to give their dead a dignified burial. And the world wound is a stone's throw away. So I'll be setting sail for Chili Creek to serve my God and my people. Once we held Canabris, I'll be going there. If by grace of gods we all survive this, you should come visit me sometime. Find the village here on the bank of the river. It's been revealed. Won't be a lie, I'm afraid. What can I do? Villagers are simple people. Every day of their short lives is spent doing hard, honest work. Exactly the kind of life I want. Something simple but meaningful. If I had centuries ahead of me like elves do, I might have spared some 50 years or so to travel around the world. Maybe even 100. Why not? But I don't have time to spare, so I'll spend my short life in a place where I'm needed most. Even if it's dangerous. Especially if it's dangerous. I could use a cleric. We need healing a lot. Aristotle knows I'd be glad to help you, but I have no use. My spells are depleted. I have no training in potions or scrolls. See this robe? It's the second to last one. Well, good luck. That takes me to the basement. That takes me outside. Let's finish exploring this floor. You've got an Anavia, a Kayado, a Wendowag, an Irabath Sella, some treasure. So let's talk to everyone here. Oh, hey, see how they patched me up? Now I can run, jump, or dance a jig if you feel like. Are there suspicious places in the city I should pay attention to? There are a couple spots I wanted to check out, but I don't have time. If there's really a den of cultists there, it'd be good if you could swoop in there and bust heads. Don't even need a search warrant. First one's the Silken Thread. Funny little tailor shop that doesn't take any orders and never buys any fabric, but they always seem oh so busy. They're busy with something in there, alright, but sewing it ain't. Second one's an alchemy shop, Topaz Solutions, and they trade in everything, not just healing potions. Judging by the ingredients they've been buying on the black market, there's something fishy about the alchemical rituals going down. So tell me about yourself. I'd be happy to, but there's nothing to tell. What's so interesting about me? Where are you from? Nowhere. I was blown in by the wind and found in a cabbage patch. Sorry, that's an old habit of mine. I don't like babbling about my past. You just saved my skin, so I guess I owe it to you. Not to clown around, right? I'm from Nadal. Ooh, ouch. I wouldn't wish that my homeland on my worst enemy. You heard of the place, I'm sure. Ruled by monsters that aren't alive nor dead. And the official religion is a cult of the Sun Cathan. I grew up in a slum, like a weed between the cobblestones. I didn't have a dad, but I had lots of aunts and uncles. My mom's cronies. No prize for guessing the kind of business she was involved in. They gave me a set of lockpicks as soon as I could hold a spoon. And while other kids were picking their noses, I was picking pockets. When I was 12, the monks of the Sand Shroud came for us. Creepy guys with their mouths sewn shut. They're the guards in Nisroch. Mom gave me to her friends, and we hid in the secret temple of Desna. I never saw my mom again. I lay low in the temple for the next few years, kept my head down, washed floors, fetched water, listened to sermons. Funny thing, after a while I started liking Desna's teachings. As soon as I was old enough, I was out of there. I left Nadal and got as far away as I could. Quite a ragtag group you got here, from nobles to street thieves. You got that right. Only the best for you. What do you do if knights and nobles fail to save the world? The low lives are our only hope. So how'd you meet Irabeth? I was bumming around time and a while back, doing this and that. Desnan temples sometimes gave me odd jobs. You know, sometimes I needed people with skills like mine. On the surface it was fine, I guess. After Nadal, the freedom of the River Kingdoms should have seemed like heaven. My chance to sit back and enjoy life. But I wasn't happy. There just wasn't any joy in my new life. I was all alone. No one cared about me. And I didn't care about anybody either. Just struggled to find a reason to drag myself out of bed every morning. Tying a stone around my neck and jumping in the nearest river started to look pretty appealing. Oh, girl, you're like too much of a mood. Oh my god. One day I was hired to follow some fellas who the local authorities suspected were Razmiran spies. I was stupid. I made a rookie mistake and they caught me. It's like my body had already decided to do what my mind had been fighting to finally put me out of my misery. Get someone else to kill me since I didn't have the guts to do it myself. They grabbed me. I thought they'd gut me in the spot, but instead they hog-tied me and dragged me off. And just like an animal going to slaughter, my only thought was, let's get this over with. They brought me to their stinking cave, threw me on their altar, and I realized who it was. Crus8rs, from Nadal. They tracked me down after all these years. But I didn't care anymore. Wouldn't even care if they eat me or whatever. Gotta go sometime, right? So I was laying there, staring at those knives pointed at me when fate rolled the dice and I hit the jackpot. Irabeth. There she was, storming into the cave. Picture it. I'm lying on the altar with all these knife-wielding maniacs around me, and suddenly Irabeth storms in. Thought it was Iomedae herself, fierce in her shining armor with her gleaming sword raised. She made quick work of those scumbags, chopped them up like that. Didn't even have time to blink. She untied me, and then She looked through the papers they had on the table and started swearing like a sailor. So much for Iomade. So how do you and Irabeth end up in Crus8rs? After almost becoming a human sacrifice, I knew I never wanted to leave Irabeth's side. Desna knows I fell for her instantly, and I fell hard. My misery was gone, and when Irabeth showed me what was in those papers, proof the cultist had a nest in her home city, well, I offered to help without a second thought. She must have figured I couldn't wait to get revenge on the cultists. But I didn't give a damn about them. It was her. I'd go anywhere with her, even on a crusade or into the jaws of a dragon. But I took to life in Crus8rs like a duck to water. I used to be an outcast wherever I went, but half the Crusaders are the same. After all, who'd volunteer to tangle with demons on the edge of the abyss? You gotta be either a goody two-shoes with too much honor and free time, or a misfit with no life out in the normal world with normal people. People come here to run away from their debts, their past, from themselves, so I fit right in. What's it like living with Irabeth? It's like living. Without her, I wouldn't be. Seriously, if I were... Oh, give this girl Irabeth. You need to give your wife a hug. Sure, sometimes we argue. Can't deny that. Sometimes we bang our fists on the table and yell so loud the walls shake. That's all about order business. But at home, well, I'll give you an example. I'd always wanted to move out of that broom closet we call a house and into someplace cozier. Ain't like they take a vow of poverty at the Eagle's Watch. But every month, somehow, most of our spare money is spent on Crusader business. Sure, I get mad about it, but it's part of why I love her so much. You know, Irabeth has that thing that matters most for a person. A purpose in life. She always got a reason for whatever she's doing. Her whole life's a crusade, and I just drifted around like a leaf in the wind. Till Desna brought us together. Now she's the meaning of my life, so it really makes no difference if we live in a mansion or under a bush. How bad is it that I want to kill Irabeth and see if Anivia can stand on her own? Like, I'm terrible, but I kind of want to see if we can get Irabeth killed and Anivia to stand on her own. Thanks. What's your responsibilities here? Nothing official, not even a knight, you know. I just hang around. Sure you want to know the details? Catching traitors and spies and cultists is no walk in the park. It's a delicate job. You can't always do it all within the letter of the law. What if we surprise some suspicious splatter with an official search? Everyone will know about it before long, starting with their cronies. Then again, sneaking into people's houses at night ain't exactly legal. Crusaders can't be doing stuff like that, can they? Well, I'm not exactly a knight. She's nice. She's cool. Love her. Anivia's great. So these two need to be talked to. They have names. When do I can wait? Kayado. Believe the wait that help is on the way. The queen will not leave us to die. What can I do for you? Who are you? Vasily Radmus, rector of the local temple of Avadar. Temple's gone, though. If we snooze here too much longer, the city will be lost as well. Who's the boy with you? This one, Kiado, the shepherd, my apprentice. He's a smart boy, and his faith is strong. He serves Aristil, though. There's something he can learn from the old servant of Abadar. He'll be a great cleric when he's older. What kind of help can I expect from you? First, I sell scrolls. Got a lot of them. Some for every emergency. Second, while you're here in the tavern, I can read one for you. Guaranteed, no surprises. But you better not go in the city without a cleric. Won't be going there myself. I'm too old and my powers are needed here. Cool. I'm broke. I just bought a shit ton of potions. It's good to know that we can buy scrolls from you. Wenduog. Mistress, I'm at your service. I want to know more about you. Ask me anything. So, what do you think of life on the surface? Life among Uplanders, you mean? Their customs are strange. I mean theirs, not yours, mistress. You are strong and clever. I look at other Uplanders and wonder. Have you seen how proud they are of their weakness? Look, My hands are so soft. I've never done anything with them in my entire life, because noble blood runs through my veins. What does it matter who someone's parents are? I'm the daughter of a former chief of the tribe, so what? Is this what they respect and fear me for? Sol became chief because he was old, experienced, and smart. After him, I might become chief because I'm strong and even smarter. But these weaklings wouldn't have lasted a day in our caves. Everything is strange here, but it's all right, mistress. We'll put things right, won't we? Wenduag said, "Eat the rich." And knowing Wenduag and her penchant for cannibalism, she means it literally. So what happened between you and Lan? He's a good hunter, but not too clever. Bit of an idiot, really. He was the strongest in the tribe after me. That's why I kept him close. His heart is soft. Unlike his body. The huntress smiles shamelessly. But they meant you, and I didn't need Lan anymore. I only want to hunt with you. I can tell you're proud of your strength. Of course. Let everyone see who is standing before them. The weak must obey the strong if they don't want to be reminded of their place. Even when I was a snot-nosed little cave rat, I could bring neithers twice my age to heal, because I fear nothing and no one, pain least of all. I was showered with praise and compliments. The best hunters of other tribes wanted me, but what did that matter to me? The moment you start listening to flattery is the moment you go soft and you die. No, I always pushed myself further, challenging myself, taking myself to the very edge. Many times I almost died, but I always came back stronger. I earned all my strength on my own, and if anyone didn't respect that, I just grabbed my knife. That's why I became the best hunter in the tribe. So why do you serve me? Because you're winning, and I want to be with the winner. I don't like sharing food and fire with weaklings. I prefer people like you. And also because being close to you is a good way to live. I love life. I'm young and strong. It makes sense to eat, drink, screw, and kill enemies while you're young. Not when you're 30,000 gongs old and shriveled up like Sol. As long as I'm your servant, I can have fun as I like and order around anyone I want. Who dare defy me? No one. I can guarantee you fun and entertainment. It's good we understand each other, mistress. As we Neathers say, we hunt in the same cave. I don't need to know about the life in the caves. I don't want to talk about slurs with her. But we do need to talk about you serving Hosilla. Just clarify that you're not going to be fucking stabbing me in the back. Of course, mistress. But now I only serve you. Has someone said something about me? I need to know how I can trust you. Why would I betray you, mistress? You're strongest. It would be stupid to defect to your enemies and die along with them. No, I'm not that dumb. Works for me. So, you promised me an army of Mongols. And I'll give you one. But first we have to rebuff the attack on the city. Sel has spent his entire life preparing for the underground Crusaders' return to the surface. He's not going to take any risks. He'll order the tribes to hide in the caves like rats, and he'll decide whether they're strong enough to fight side by side with us. Maybe he'll decide it's better to sit this one out and wait for another chance to come along. We have to fend off the demons, win a glorious victory, and show Sol that ours is not a lost cause. Then he will give us his warriors, and then it will be my job to turn them into real soldiers. That's it for now. Thank you for talking to me, mistress. You are good at kissing ass, and I like it. We've got a couple people here. Indara. An imposing young Oread is surrounded by a crowd of Crusaders who are hanging on her every word. I hope this example clearly illustrates the difference between Jitska legionnaires from the last war and the Crusaders. The perfection of form and spirit they are imbued with during the creation turned them into parts of a well-balanced war machine. Not a ragtag batch of individuals, but a united whole. Now tell me again why I'm supposed to be impressed by your reckless assaults, where everyone is fighting for their ego and their rights to beat their peers to a swift but pointless heroic sacrifice. Some of the Crusaders grumble unhappily, but it's clear they're captivated by her words. Only exceptions a scraggly, disheveled halfling monk whose puffy black eye gives him away as a brawler and troublemaker. He enthusiastically pushes people forward and tries to engage. One of his friends swiftly jabs him in the back with an elbow, making the poor fellow pause to catch his breath. It looks like we got ourselves a student of warfare. Were your words meant to recognize my achievements, or start a fight the way Mendevian Crusaders usually do? If these gists of yours or whatever had come for us, we'd have their guts for goddess. You think we never fought a mighty adversary before? I would love to see you storm a 60-foot-tall walking castle shaped like a gigantic elephant that carries the siege fortifications on its back. I'll have you know these fortifications were defied by Jiskian priest-craftsmen armed with the demon-bound war machines. They use the enemies you cannot defeat as mindless weapons. You should not argue with someone who happens to be the most authoritative researcher on the history of warfare 3,000 years before the foundation of Absalom. The lecture is over. Do my esteemed listeners have questions? So tell me about this last war. The last war of Jitska, of course. A large-scale conflict that took place 3,000 years before the foundation of Absalom. It was a war against the Osirian pharaoh of the Forgotten Plagues. The war that ended the legendary Jitska Imperium. An epic struggle that became the most vibrant page in military history. Alas, all conflicts that followed were but a pale shadow, including the one I'm witnessing here. Why do you find it so inspiring? Imagine legions of golems imbued with extraplanar spirits marching into battle. Imagine flying cities that swoop out of the clouds like terrifying monstrous birds of prey, drop forces on top of enemy castles. Picture gigantic mechanisms powered by captive and very angry demons and devils. Imagine standing in the warpath of walking citadels, or having to cover your ears to block out the sound of cannons loaded with shrieking elementals. Finally, imagine the ultimate weapon that defeated the Jitska, the deadly Night Plague. This affliction was an attack dog, a trained epidemic, a tamed pestilence, striking only those who its master wanted to kill. Imagine all these terrors and understand that no flight of fancy came close to the horror of the nightmares that are made real. And how do you know so much about Jitska's last war? I can say without false modesty that there is no more authoritative researcher on Galarian when it comes to the history of warfare 3,000 years before the foundation of Absalom. I've dedicated my whole life to the subject. I've personally visited old battlefields, studied the mysterious and forbidden archives containing chronicles of ancient wars, sometimes risking my life in the process. I saw a fallen sky city of the Shori Empire with my own eyes. I ripped out the control crystal from an exterminator-class combat golem that guarded a Jitska laboratory with my own hands. These fingers held the glass fast that the servants of the Pharaoh of the Forgotten Plagues used to create the first generation of pestilence that devastated the Jitska. How do I know so much? I saw and touched everything that I'm telling you about. Internet. Don't be weird. Thank you. Interesting, but you know, it's not quite right. Internet. Let's see. Internet. Let's simplify a few things. Make sure I don't have any unnecessary software running. Okay. So you know, we are wrong to treat the Crusaders with such disdain. Allow me to explain. A debate? Oh, I'll be happy to prove the current conflict can't hold a candle to the last war of Jitska. The conflict maybe. But you need to... You're not understanding how impressive it is to fight without this magic. The last war of Jitska was waged using a significantly greater number of troops. Both sides actively relied on reinforcements from allied planes, and their strategic planning was perfected through no fewer than 7 rounds of intensive design. None of the above applies to this war of yours. Compared to the Jitska, we are none but stone club-wielding kobolds. I'd like to conclude my thesis with a few words of wise counsel from Dagon, advisor to the Pharaoh of the Forgotten Plagues. I doubt you comprehend the true genius of the statement, but here it is nonetheless. A gadfly sees the ox, and the ox paid no heed to the gadfly, but the crimson fever takes them both. The principles of war are always the same. Weapons, causes, and resources may change, but the foundations remain immutable. There's logic in your words, I give you that, yes. The concept of war does not change, but the degree of sophistication in the methods we use to destroy our foes. The woman stops, realizing her words, no matter how ostentatious she makes them, no longer have the power to captivate the audience. She offers a pretentious dismissal. As a scholar, I can't deny there's a certain truth beneath your skeptical statements. History is a complex discipline, rooted in the fact and evidentiary that grows ever more meager the further the described period is from the present moment. Of course, hard to argue in bad faith the way Crus8rs embellish their tales of slaying a single Brimerick by adding a dozen Balers, for example. I could win the debate, but I'm above such things, and therefore I'm forced to admit your skepticism is not without merit. I'm sure you'd be able to expound your arguments in a longer discussion. I'm glad we understand the limitation. It's a pleasure to face a worthy opponent, even if the debate takes place in a grimy tavern. Perhaps especially because of that. This is a worthy blade. It'll be of use not only to the strong, but also the wise. Claw of Jitska. This is where I bid you farewell. Before the end of the day, I was planning to observe how winged demons use pack tactics to drive their prey like herds of livestock. But time I get to my research. Stay safe. Bye! Do you say this is a rapier? It's a short sword. I can use finesse with it, though. But I don't think... yeah, a weapon-focused rapier, so... we'd lose the weapon focus. That is a lot more damage, though. 3 to 13... 1d6 plus 1 piercing plus 1d6 fire. Ugh. I really can't say no to that. This will have to do for now. It's a pity it's not a rapier. But what exactly am I losing out on? 1+1 bonus on attack rolls. And the +1 bonus comes from the enhancement. So we break even on our attack roll change. We get significantly more damage, but a bunch of it's fire, which isn't going to affect demons in general. Well, let's do this. Hi, pink eye. Okay, not willing to speak. Can I sell you the book, Gemel? I don't need this book. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Spinner of Nightmares. The book. Sella. Hey there! During that march to the dungeon, we never got a chance to exchange a proper greeting. It's high time I shake your hand. I'd like to know more about you. Of course, ask anything. I'll answer honestly. Where are you from? I'm a little bit from Geb, a little bit from Katapesh, mostly from the Knights of Iomade. I was accepted and began my training at 14. Belonged to the ranks more than I belonged to any other place. You've come by a long road, haven't you? A very long one. Travelers expected to have amusing stories. Unfortunately, I have only 3 tales, and I like to save them for our next feast. Otherwise, I wouldn't have anything to show for myself when it's time to start bragging, and that just won't do. Especially since I'll win the night with my cautionary tale of battle against Chupacabras. You can't tempt me with a story about fighting Chupacabras and then not follow through. What are they, by the way? Incredibly repulsive magical beasts, fast and dangerous. They can... Well, it looks like someone fooled me into starting the tale. I guess now I have to tell the whole story. Picture a small town in Kadira, and down in the dungeon there's 2 murderers waiting to be executed. The gallows are already built for them, the rope's been bought, but sometimes life takes a surprising turn. Suddenly a paladin of Iomade appears in the doorway and offers the murderers a deal. If they go with her to fight some monsters, they live. If they survive, that is. There's a big difference between imminent death and probable death with a glimmer of hope, wouldn't you say? So here we are traveling through the desert, me and my friend, a priestess of Serenre, along with the little ratfolk fellow who'd asked our help, and the 2 cutthroats. We get to the ratfolk village and see their bodies laying around, all drained dry. We figured we have to fight vampires. That's how the little ratfolk described the monsters that attacked the village. That's why we went in all brazen-like. The sun was high, and the vampires couldn't attack till dusk. We never got a chance to look around. Black shadows, quick as the wind, attacked from all sides. Not vampires, but chupacabras. One of the lads we pulled from the gallows got killed right away. The second one ran for his life. They left me, the ratfolk, and Kira, that's the name of the priestess, and we all steeled ourselves for the fight of our lives. And just when we thought the end had come, when the chupacabras surrounded me like a pair of dogs around the bear, our ratfolk friend wounded and down, and the teeth of the quickest of the blasted monsters clenched on Kyra's shoulder. Right then, when all hope was lost, the other lad from the gallows suddenly comes running back. He kills the beast attacking Kyra. I'm sure you know what a turning point in the fight looks like, but that was it. A moment before we were lost, and a moment later we had it back under control. The chupacabras dropped dead, one by one. The little ratfolk is reunited with his family. We're hiding in the basement. The priest and I closed the eyes of that boy from the gallows who saved us. It was a shame he didn't survive the fight. May the gods keep his soul and journey through the afterlife. That's a great story. He could have died, and instead he died a hero. And I'd fancy that stunt earned him some points in his final judgment. Smart to remember our journey doesn't end in death. Had it not been for that mercy, Milos, that was his name, would be hanging from a noose, and me, Kyra, and the ratfolk would be dead in the village. Someone told me a kind deed done by an unkind person is 100 times more precious. By the same token, an evil deed done by a noble soul is 100 times more horrifying. That's what I really wanted to say. The chupacabras are just a good starting point. Let's not talk about Iomade. I'll start ranting about the gods. Irbeth said Janna Aldori's missing. Irbeth's worried about her fighters. I understand that. I wanted to look for Janna myself, so I didn't distract you. But since you're in this too, I could use some help. Janna and I met in Canabras a few days ago and hit it off. We went drinking together. We went to that unforgettable celebration together too. We got separated in the crowd, so we should start looking from the main square. That's where I last saw her. Janna's a good fighter, even if she's green. She couldn't be an Aldori otherwise. I hope she means alright. What do you think of what's going on? It's complete chaos. It's lucky we're here to handle it, right? Does the way I talk bother you? I know I can seem a bit blasé. Many good people, and our projector Terndil have died here in Canabras. A paladin of Iomade is expected to be properly respectful and solemn. But I prefer to face my troubles with a smile and a bit of common sense. Grief is a weapon they'll use against you. It can undermine a warrior's spirit. It's better we hold off on grief till we've drawn the last demon and cultist from the city. If we want to win, we can't be mourning our deceased day and night. Plus, joy heals the soul. It's nice when you and your commander think alike. Do you only want to fight demons? How about covering myself in glory and becoming the hero of 100 ballads? At least a dozen, if they're lively ones. To be more serious, the area around the Whirlwind is the best place for a paladin who wishes to defend the weak and serve the good. Being part of the crusade is reward enough for me. There's something that worries me. I don't want to sound like I'm criticizing my brothers in arms, but the Eagle Watch and the other orders are focused on just one aim: war against the Whirlwind. That's why they can sometimes overlook smaller things. Ordinary misfortunes, you know? I always liked being a wandering knight because any moment I could get up and go help a poor rat folk whose family had been kidnapped, or an old woman whose favorite dog had gone missing. So here's my answer. I don't have some big important goal, but I'll be happy to help those who need it, a little bit here and there. Thanks for talking to me. Okay. Whew. Irabeth. Please be voiced. My voice needs a break. Please be voiced. Of course not. Any success? How's the city? What are our main objectives? You heard what the demon said. They're going to desecrate the world, storm and blow up the whole barrier. Even worse than that in the world's... I think we know this already. They want to blow up the Whirlwind. Yeah. You're busy. I don't want to read anymore. Let's go check out the basement. Need help? I'm Vriska Serket. You can trust me. I might be able to help you. It'd be impossible to refuse such a direct, friendly offer. What's your quarry? I'm hunting a fugitive, a Scarite by the name of Kylesa. I should catch her in Kennebrace and wounded her. I hope things turn out differently next time. I'd love to aid you. What does Kylesa look like again? Her skin is dark, hair preternaturally white, red eyes see perfect in the dark, which to my dismay I've come to know through experience. Bright light causes her kind of pain. Used alchemical powder that explodes in a dazzling light. She cried out as if I stabbed her. Drow, she's a drow. Okay. I have to go because my voice. Blech. Basement. Be cool. Surrender thy soul, Delvin. Almade, protect us. Got you again. How many times is that today? Take your jokes and shove them, tiefling. Well there, Chief. Don't hit me.
Hey, Chief! Ooh, hey, gorgeous. Come over here. I want to talk to you about something. Something really important.
Quit bothering the decent people in here, Woljif, or I'll knock your teeth out!
What's it to you, Delvin Dum-Dum? You were told to guard me, and I'm not stopping you. But no one told me I had to shut my trap.
Who are you?
Woljif. Woljif Jefto. I deal in useful things. I can get you whatever you want. Anything. But there's just one problem.
Why are you in chains?
Does it really matter? Don't get hung up on the past, Chief. Don't look to the future. Live in the here and now.
He was caught thieving.
Then what do you want from me?
I'll lay it out for you. Simple job, 30 minutes tops. We go someplace, talk to someone, and in return, whatever you want, I'll get it for you. Some extra rations? No problem. Armor, weapons, scrolls, you name it. It's as good as yours. If you need my help with something, whistle and I'll be there. I'm handy enough with knives too, and even my magic know-how isn't too shabby.
What a load of guff! If you were good at magic, you wouldn't be stuck in here now, would you?
Don't you listen to him, Chief. He'd find fault with the Queen herself. I'll be useful to have in battle, and I'll sell whatever you want at a reasonable price. It's your lucky day. You won't meet another gem like me in Crus8rs.
And what's your shadow?
Get me out of here and I'll tell you. And don't worry, it's not contagious.
I can't help you when you're chained up. How do I free you?
That's easy. You know Irabeth? Feisty looking gal, always wears armor. You can't miss her. She's the meanest fighter in the whole city. When you see her, put in a good word for me, will ya? Tell her there's this guy Woljif locked up for no good reason in the Defender's Heart. Well, for the follies of his youth. And he really wants to get out on bail so he can keep up his good behavior and make a contribution to society. You got that? Will you do it?
I need to think about it.
Well, think fast. I'm already losing feeling in my legs sitting here.
Well, I want meat shields. I'll probably do it, but I want meat shields. Exactly. I shouldn't be messing around with levers in the basement that I don't know what they do when, like, we don't want, like, demons coming in. Let's go talk to Irabeth about him. Hey, I got some crap for you. Some armor. Some weapons. I got some crud to stow away in my personal chest. We'll come back here to do any crafting, so that can all wait. Okay, Irabeth. Also, hi, Alsvith. Irabeth, I need to talk to you again. Oh, Hylor. Greetings, I'm Hylor, Venture Captain of the Pathfinder Society. Superior officer from Pathfinders in the region of Vendiv. However, the Society's running almost no operations here right now. Besides me, there's almost no Pathfinders here. Actually, I'm only stuck here because of an old feud with the demon worshipper known as the Spinner of Nightmares. I've had to work alone, without support of the Society. But I've made a lot of acquaintances among local mercenaries and daring fighters. If you need any good fighters for an honest cause, talk to me. Tell me about your confrontation. Began with the task of the Pathfinder Society. Arrived in Neurosian with my team to investigate the sudden death of a famous crusader, Baron Falren. We soon focused in on a small hospital for the wealthy, where Falren was being treated shortly before his death. Turned out a gang of Baphomet's cultists, calling themselves the Labyrinth of the Mind, had gotten a foothold in the hospital. They were obsessed with twisting the minds of their victims, targeted fragile people too weak to resist. The hospital was filled with perfect victims, isolated for weeks from the outside world, completely helpless, and when they returned they were different, almost normal. But the moment they heard a certain phrase, something dark awoke in their minds, and they transformed into servants of Baphomet, ready to lie, betray, and even kill. The Labyrinth of Mind was preparing to infiltrate all the elite circles in Mendev, but Baron Falren stopped them. He was too loyal to his oath, too resistant to their spells. He fought for his freedom until the strain broke his heart. We opened and cleaned the city of Baphomet's pit of vipers. Their den was a cradle of sin and filth. They cast spells on each other, and their loathsome fantasies stepped real from the minds of the world. They dreamt of horrible and forbidden things, and they fought like mad. We burned the place to the ground and slaughtered everyone we could, but the leaders of the cult were able to flee, and they were set upon revenge. They cast spells on each other. Oh, what a nightmare. Go enjoy your presentation. What a nightmare. They abducted my daughter Laurie, who served under my command in the Pathfinder Society. They left me a note full of tart insults, mockery, and sneers. From that note, I learned the name of my enemy, the Spinner of Nightmares. A few minutes later, I confirmed she was the leader of the Labyrinth of the Mind. My hunt had begun, and I would get Laurie back at any cost. Well, do you have any quests? As a girl, Laurie was an angel. We lost her mother early on. She was left to follow my example, a drifter with little idea how to talk to a 10-year-old girl. But even with such questionable parenting, Laurie managed to grow into a wonderful girl. Brave, smart, beautiful, and entirely unbearable. She always argued with me about everything. When Laurie was 18 and told me she was going to be a Pathfinder, all I said was, alright. Knew there was no use trying to talk her out of it, and she was a fine Pathfinder. I'll never forgive the Spinner of Nightmares for taking my girl from me. Guesstimate. We're going to find the Spinner of Nightmares, and Laurie's going to be working with her. And Hiller's going to be like, no, my daughter, why? Pathfinder Society, blah, blah, blah. Have fun. Erebeth, I need a thief. What do you know about the tiefling chained up? Woljif is a petty thief from a gang of thieflings operating in Canabras. That's what we call them in these parts. They tried to rob a vendor of magical items recently. He has nowhere else to keep him apart from Defender's Heart, but that's hardly a prison. Woljif knows it too. He's been begging us for days to let him go free or have someone vouch for him. He's already asked you to put in a good word for him, hasn't he? If you want to recruit Woljif and put him to good use, go ahead and take him as you're off our guard's hands. We can look forward to let a soldier spend our days watching over a middling thief. Hope he proves useful should you decide to take him along. That sounds like permission. That sounds like permission to go get Woljif killed. Let's go. Yo.
Well, Chief, what do you got for me?
I talked to Erebeth and I decided to make you part of my troop. We'll see how it goes.
You must be a smooth talker. Come on, Delvin. Get these bracelets of yours off me. I'm going free.
Yeah, he can soak an arrow or two, pick some locks. I can picture if nights are chilly and we have to camp, forcing him to be the little spoon, and then Wenduag with all of her big spider arms can be the big spoon, and that would be so comfortable.
You're sure to regret this. This tiefling will fleece you for everything you've got. Mark my words.
Honey, if he does, I'll skin him alive. Don't worry.
You're a bitter little man, Delvin.
Hi,
Petty
that's
and mean. You can't even be happy for me, can you? I pity you. I'll leave you alone with your sad little soul. So long. And now, Chief, straight down to business. You see, I'm one of those guys that people around here call thieflings. We just call ourselves the family. After we knocked over that shop and I got stuck here in the Defender's Heart, a little bird told me that big sister Charisme wanted to see me. That she had some questions to ask me. You following?
Yep.
Now, she won't be asking me questions like, Woljif, how'd you manage to get out of this one? Or, Woljif, you're so thin, didn't they feed you? No, something serious has gone down, and I just know they want to try to pin something on me. I can feel it in my tail. So, I knew right away that I couldn't go alone. You turned up just in time, Chief. You don't need to do anything when we get there. Just stand behind me and look mean, and I'll handle the rest. Somehow. Let's go, I'll show you the way.
I've got a boy calling me chief, and I've got a girl calling me mistress. All is right with the world. Show me what I've got. So, you got equipment with already? Nope. And I just sold everything, so I'm gonna have to buy you some equipment. Okay, well, Jeff, what do you do? Any specialities? 2 weapon fighting, weapon finesse, double slice. Waljiff. Why do you have double slice? You have no strength bonus. The only people to steal from are the people that are like our bosses. That's not a good idea yet. But yeah, but the half of 0 is the same as 0. Waljiff, why? I can only assume that it's a prerequisite for a later a later feat. Okay, so we're looking for a couple of finesse weapons is what we want. Conscribe scrolls, that's good. That would be nice. Worship Callistra. So that's nice. Eldritch Scoundrel is a type of rogue, right? Yes. That might be why. Finesse Training Dagger. Whenever a rogue makes a successful melee attack with a dagger, adds dexterity instead of strength. Okay. So we give this guy a pair of daggers. And we're doing 1d4 plus 5 damage for each dagger. That is why I think double slices. I have a feeling double slice is going to apply to that plus 5. Okay. I want to make sure that the armor we get has a plus 5 allowed. So neither of those is going to be armor we're going to be able to give him. Daggers. Do we have any good any special daggers? We'll get him a pair of daggers. Plus 5 dexterity bonus to AC should be good enough for now. Have that back. Have that back. Oh, you come with daggers. And bracers of armor. If I had eyes, I'd be dangerous. So he did bring his own kit. Braces of armor plus 2. A pair of masterwork daggers, even. I would love to give you, like, a basic suit of armor. No, that plus 2 armor is already covered. Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep that. You need better. Okay, you have ability damage, so we need to get that cured. Do you have greater restoration? Do we have restoration here? Okay. Can you prepare restoration? Good. Rest to restore spells. And I have my spells. You have some spells. Okay. Grease is good. Burning Hands is good. Color Spray is good. Mage Armor. Can probably do with some Magic Missile instead. We don't have spells, so we do need to rest before everyone goes. Okay. Cannot rest here. Well, let us rest anyway. You're weak. Don't you know what the demons will do to you if you don't become stronger? I can't do bishops with you sitting on my back. Actually, I can't do them at all. Wenduag sitting on Wolj's back trying to make him do push-ups. I love it. Okay. Now then. I probably can't cast till we go outside. Oh. Time to head outside. Gives me everyone, right? Kindly. How do I get my people back? Or is this still the safe area? Oh, I see, this is still the safe area. Okay. This place has been sanctified. It can protect the area around from the corruption of the Abyss. Okay, so this is going to protect us from the abyssal corruption by that altar. So if that altar gets destroyed, we lose the protection, probably. It is a cute altar. So true. Hello! Commander, look what we got here. Are you too mad? Whatever possessed you to steal the gem golem from the Tower of Estron Museum? Explain yourselves. We didn't steal nothing, Commander. Some looters dragging it down the street and recaptured it. Now the shiny fellows are by rights. That shiny fellow belongs to the treasury. The inlay alone is worth more than the castle. I really don't like to leave this undefended. Joran, see to it no one lays so much as a finger on the golem or plucks out a single gem. Same goes to you two. Gem golem, you say? Survivors.
So exciting!
Happy to be of service. May Shaylin brighten and vivify your day. What are you? I am a prejudiced debater golem. Many millennia ago I was built by Aslanti clerics of Shaylin, goddess of beauty, to make the world a better place. In my joyful service I have visited many lands, and for the past few centuries I've resided in the temple of the sunrise chrysanthemums in Tiansha. But then the good clerics saw fit to offer me as a gift to the Mendevian Crusaders, so that you could share in the beauty I create. Do you do anything useful? My creators granted me the ability to place illusions on various items. I can change their color and texture to make them more beautiful and appealing to the eye. Would you like me to cast an illusion over your armor to make it more beautiful and to make it green? Green is such a very pleasant color, and it would match your eyes. What can you do to help the war effort? I'm not designed for any type of combat, yet I can bring beauty and harmony to any type of combat. Sure, illusion my gear. Okay. I don't have anything to do that, but apparently I can build... You're my glamour chest! This big fella's my glamour chest. I have Joran Vein. And there's more treasure. New face in the city. You picked a good time to come to Crus8rs. As you can see, we're in sore need of warriors. Show me your wares. So much good stuff. Look at this. I want to give this to Wallaf. Con damage. Con damage dagger. 7,000. Do you have any cool rapiers? I know I'm using a short sword now, but I want a cool rapier. Nope. So much expensiveness. You know everyone in Crus8rs by sight? Well, not everyone, but I make it my business to know the people who might need my services. Blacksmith's work isn't just the anvil, you know. Got a few of your kind in the city. I'll be honest with you, we won't last long here. If I hook a crook, tieflings are run out by the city, even if they be thrice-blessed paladins. It's a shame. So you're Staunton's brother? Yep, where he goes, I go. That's how we've always done it, even before the world wound. I forge the armor, he goes to battle and breaks it and brings it back to me, and I repair it and make it better than before. Everything's changed since then, of course, but that part stayed the same. Right, I have the forge here. Wherever I am, that's where my forge is. True masters of the craft will always find the tools they need. I miss my old forge. It's now just a pile of charred stone and metal. I've still got my hands, and that means I can work. Do you recognize this sword? Do I recognize it? Of course I do. I made this with my own hands. There's me brand, see? Oh, yeah, Neil. Things have been tough without you. But at least we still got your sword. That's something. In battle, ordinary swords get blunted, they break, but sometimes a weapon can preserve. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm no authority. But something like an echo of the deeds done with the weapon. Or like a reflection of the wielder's soul. I don't know. I'll say one thing. Take care of that sword. Yaniel may no longer be with us, but the demons will remember why they need to turn tail and run when they see radiance. Ugh, the scabbard's all worn. Can't be having a fine sword like this being carried around in this tatty thing. I'll make you a new one if you like. The city stands strong enough we've survived. Come see me again and I'll have it ready. No charge. Cool. Not gonna poke. Should I poke? Vriska would poke. I've told the story so many times already, but telling it one more time won't kill me. Dresden was built after the First Crusade, back when it seemed like victory was ours for the taking, and the demon invasion would soon be at an end. The population of old Sarkoris was thoroughly diminished. and many of them hoped to see their hard fighting repaid with a small plot of unclaimed land. Dresden was a fortress built on all our hopes, and on Mendev's ambitions, though you're not supposed to say that out loud. What a city it was! You can't even imagine. It was built by the finest engineers from the Five Kings Mountains. Queen Galfrey spared no expense. Dresden was meant to be the capital of the Crusade movement, a monument to its glory, and a beacon of hope for all Galarian. Heroes were drawn there to seek fame and glory, and they came from all over. Taldor, Garand, Tian Sha. Couldn't list them all. A relic known as the Sword of Valor was kept there. Now the banner had been carried to battle by Iomedae herself, back when she was still human. The banner protected the city and kept the demons from teleporting inside its walls. As long as the banner was in place, Dresden was invincible. Or so we thought. But then the whirlwind suddenly expanded. Demons launched a new onslaught, and folks started saying it was time to declare the Second Crusade. Dresden was unassailable, until one young officer was tempted by a beautiful woman. She convinced him the banner shouldn't be hanging in the city, that its rightful place was on the battlefield. She whispered honey words about glory and valor, and convinced him that he could be the hero as great as Iomedae herself. And the poor fool believed her. He rounded up some of his hot-headed friends and carried the banner outside the city gates on an unauthorized foray. The demons slaughtered them within seconds. But for some reason, the courageous ringleader was spared. A whole army teleported into Dresden. It was a bloodbath. As you can guess, the officer was called Staunton Vane, and the woman turned out to be a demon. Not just any demon. It was Minago, that foul wench. She's given us a lot of grief here in Canabras, too. Just don't ask what I was doing while my brother was off having trysts with that beast, and why I didn't save him from his own stupidity. Who could have guessed it would end like that? I failed my brother, is the truth. I blame myself every day. Well, good luck. We know where to come if we need things. You have money for me.
With grace?
Any other people to talk to? Nope. Let's go sell our stuff that we don't need, that we just found, to you. And now, get this party started. His puddle-deep personality. Okay. Okay, so we've got a city. We've got a big gouge that we can't cross. A city garrison. Market Square. Some other places. Topaz Solutions. Oh, it outlines paths. Okay, we have lots of places we can go. So this is the first place to go to deal with your thing. Oh, this is a bit overwhelming what to do. I think the first step is to go to the market square. Take 1 hour. Ambushed by enemies.
They will break against our resolve.
Spiders. Okay, they're just giant spiders.
They'll beg me to stop.
I don't think we need to use any spells.
All right?
Away, you rascal!
I'm gonna regret this, I'm sure. Okay, you... have a spell to cast on yourself. Oh, it's a 4-round spell, so we can't cast it yet. Okay.
I'll cut you wide open. No match for me. Did I mess up again?
Oh, someone's just standing in the way.
Into the fray!
Stab you or zap you? Why not both? Ugh.
Your time is over.
Well, we can't really have you do your fighting,
The spirits
your spell
demand your
casting
blood.
here.
I'll rip you apart! The light take you!
Oh, you're still alive. Whoop.
Distract them from me.
You offend me. You are today's sacrifice. They'll beg me to stop. I heed the voice of the spirits.
Okay. Now, you can finally do better. Okay.
Time to share your treasures.
I'll rip you apart. No match for me.
Okay. So we can't skin the spiders. That's fine. She's a serial killer. We figured that out already, game. Okay. New location, Fallen Horse. Can procure regions of creating consumables here. Show me the market square. We're not going to be a super long stream today, but yeah, because I'm sleepy, but it'll be fine. It's only 4:30. I can't go sleep now. I suppose I should make sure this is set up right. Okay. Something like this.
Easy.
These enormous cracks appeared after a magically induced earthquake struck the land. Yes, we bore witness to that. No, I'll tell you everything, just don't hit me. I never stole nothing. I only just joined the Thieflings. I saw them, back there. They found an underground passage to the Grey Garrison. They've been nicking stuff out there ever since. Low down thieving Torrigs. That's what they are. I have nothing to do with them, I swear. Brother Gort, is that you? Mr. Walchif? I thought you pegged at an Erebeth's jail. Happy to see you too. An underground passage to the Grey Garrison. Tell me more. Alright, so temple around here, Temple of Iomedae, has a cellar. Passage leads from it right to the Grey Garrison. The Thieflings, my pals, damned a lot of them, have been using the passage on and off to sell all sorts of stuff to the soldiers of the Grey Garrison. So when the demons burst in the city, we thought we'd check up in the Grey Garrison to see how the soldiers are faring and offer our assistance. Don't give me that look. It's the first time hearing of it. Thieflings keeping secrets from each other. Keep secrets from each other too, you know. Why are you so afraid of me? You're one of them Crusaders, ain't ya? You lot hate our guffs, the Thieflings, I mean. You lock us up and do worse to us. But I'm not a Thiefling, not really. And then who are you? An honest guy who's fallen in with bad folks. The Thieflings, local thieves, forced me to join their game. But I didn't want to. So don't hand me over to Erebeth, valiant Crusaders, please, in the name of all the gods there ever were. Go here's a new addition. So far he's swiped around 5,000 gold. He's got a long way before he catches up with me, mind. They made me do it. I'll let you go, but you have to pay me first. I'll give you anything I've got. Just don't kill me. Can I help you somehow? Yeah, let me go, please. Go. Cheers for letting me go. I remember you 100 years. I will. I'll name my firstborn after you. Under your stare, the tiefling falls silent and runs off. You didn't even get my name. How are you gonna name your firstborn after me? What are you? Ugh. Dretch. I don't want to have the puke party. Let's go this way.
Can we retreat already?
Yes.
Charge! Well, I can't charge because she's in the way.
Stand down. Go for their hearts!
Go stand over here. Don't get knocked in. Ugh. Fucking puke party.
Cover me, all right?
They'll beg me to stop. No glory without risk.
I'm in the puke party. God damn it. Get out of the puke party.
I'll cut you wide open.
Get out of the puke party.
I'll rip you apart!
I thought we were supposed to cure sickness. Which apparently it doesn't. Okay, we'll get out of the puke party.
The spirits demand your blood.
No match for me.
Still in the puke party. Evil Eye Uracy. Let's come around so you don't, like, get knocked into a off a cliff. I don't think the game mimics that, but if I was a GM, that's what I would have to do. Still in the puke party.
You are today's sacrifice.
Those meat shields are holding up pretty well, all things considered. Okay. You are recovered mostly from the puke party, so line yourself up to get into combat next round. Focus on the one that's mostly hurt. I need to get you cold iron arrows or something. You're still puking, but we can bring you in range to take care of things when you're cured. Okay, next round you'll be able to join in combats. You can cure yourself.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
No match for me.
Excellent.
Go for their hearts.
I'll rip you apart.
Hi there. Okay, so we get nothing
My
from
time
this
to
fight.
shine.
Distract them for me.
That's fun. Can build a bridge out of the debris. Let's see if we can.
Anything for you.
That is such a sturdy bridge. Golly gee.
Tear your throat out.
Some neophyte fighters. Good job. Let's begin by offering support. Evil Eye the AC on that guy. Make it easier for you to kill him. Yeah, let's get you into position, but we'll keep you disengaged for now. Sleep is a 4-round spell, so we're not going to be able to cast it this time. Same with Hypnotism. Single target spells we can do though, so let's bring ourselves up here. Do you have anyone in range? Just you. Well, in that case, we'll come join everyone standing over here doing nothing because... yeah. You can come position yourself to cause trouble. Hopefully they'll target you. Okay, we're going to target you so we can take advantage of the reduced AC. And roll like absolute trash.
I'll cut you wide open. Ha!
Time to share your treasures.
That's a lovely sneak attack. Hey, we got some Marauders inbound. Excellent. This is what I want. All of you Marauders come in range of Sleep. Ugh. Okay, micromanage time.
Away, you rascal.
I... The micromanage, I need to turn that off at the end of the round, and I didn't... Oh. Okay. Options. Controls. I need to not have the game auto-end turn. Auto-end off. Okay.
Into the fray. No no match for me.
Lovely. Let's go ahead and bring you a little closer.
The spirits demand your blood.
Cover me, all right?
Okay, make your will save, friendly. You meet shield, make your will save, damn it. That seems like it didn't do what I wanted it to do.
The inheritor, guide my blade. I'll rip you apart.
You are today's sacrifice.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Your time is over.
The light, take you.
They'll beg me to stop.
Go for their hearts.
Distract them from me.
Damn! Boy, like, just punch that guy out the fucking ass. Love it. Any chance that we can charge you? Nope. Charge is blocked. That's unfortunate.
You offend me. I'll cut you wide open.
Time to share your treasures.
down.
Into the fray!
I'll rip you apart!
Good job, everyone. That was a massacre. We love a massacre.
The spirits demand your blood. How cute!
How cute to demand our blood. Okay, Lessa. What are you looking at, soldier? Like what you see? The elf is hunched to you, clutching a small, deep puncture wound. Appearance is remarkable. Skin blacker than an Ikarugi's, teeth fanged, hair gray as a crone's. Take a closer look at her opinion. It appears she's a drow. I know who you are. You're Kaelessa, cultist of Deskari. It's a lie. I loathe demons, and I'll kill any I come across. You're not lying, but you're not telling me the whole truth. What? I was supposed to pour my heart out? You have your war, soldier. I have mine. You're fighting chaos, madness, and I'm fighting lies and hypocrisy. We're both willing to die for our cause. Why would Thorn slander you? You're asking questions that are dangerous in and of themselves. I urge you to stop. The more you know about me, the higher the chances a traitor's dagger will find its way into your back. I believe you. Thorns at the defender's heart, you should keep clear. It was never my intention to set foot there. Farewell, soldier, and thank you for believing me. No problem. When you're all healed up, come serve me. I'm sure I won't regret that under any circumstances. So that's our way out of the market square.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
It's treasure. Yay, treasure. Okay, so that's our exit out to the south. Yay, booze. They'll like booze. Some Crusaders. And an Ember.
We'll make this quick. She won't feel a thing.
I don't know. Can we really do this? Listen, we don't have a choice. There are demons everywhere. What else would you have us do?
A group of knights surrounds a young elven girl. She's dressed in rags that barely cover the hideous scars on her body. The beggar girl's on her knees, watching placidly as the people argue around her.
In Iomede's name, we're sorry, girl, but it is our duty. We have to do this, not for our own sake, but for the sake of everyone who can still be saved from the demons. If we don't win this battle, you won't have long to live anyway.
They're insane! We've got to do something!
I understand. You're scared. You feel powerless. You think this will help. You don't have to justify yourselves to me. Just do what you've decided to do.
This is not evil. This is stupid. What's going on here?
Our weapons barely scratch the demons' hides. We're sacrificing this girl to Iomade so we can consecrate our weapons with her innocent blood and gain the power to destroy the spawn of the abyss.
It's extreme, but we have no other choice. We have to defend this city somehow, or else we'll all perish, including her.
Who told you to do this? This sounds like cultists' work to me.
Cultists? What cultists? Are you looking for a fight?
Maybe you're a cultist.
Please, don't fight. All of you are good people.
Kill the cultist!
I'll bathe in your blood.
Alrighty then.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Can we get you in position behind him so you can sneak attack? Sometimes this game is a little finicky and I don't like it. Like, right here. Perfect.
Cover me, all right?
You are today's sacrifice. Ah!
No match for me.
The light take you.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
You came to help me. You saved one life. You took others. Was it worth it?
I don't know.
Neither do I. No one knows. But you shouldn't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a silly girl, really.
I don't trust her. She isn't what she seems. What she would have us believe she is. That is no simple-minded child before us.
I don't think you're an ordinary girl, and that crow you have there, it's not ordinary either.
No, don't be silly. I'm very ordinary. Well, I know different types of tricks, but Soot taught me those.
She's a witch! She's a witch with a familiar.
Now Soot here, she truly is unusual. She's clever and she can talk, but only to me. She teaches me magic tricks and lots of other stuff. I don't know what I'd do without her.
Magic, you say? Could be useful. I'll protect you from insane soldiers on the street. Come with me.
I must have misheard. This girl? Join our party? What could we possibly want with this dirty little beggar?
Camellia, she's a witch. She's a witch. You know that hex thing you do where you gave someone the evil eye and then they get weak? She can learn to do that too. And then you can evil eye AC while she evil eyes Will, and then we can wreck them. You're gonna work so well together.
Sure, let's go. Trust in yourself.
Stigmatized witch. A child. Oh my god. No. Her quest line is not called The Child's Crusade. What game? Oh no. A strange child of war. A witch who was burned at the stake and yet survived. A godless saint ready to preach love and kindness to people and demons both. A homeless orphan who has no hope, but who gives it to countless around her. Well. Oh, atheist. Okay. Someone with the same religion. Nice. What hex do you do? Vulnerability curse. Oh, that's annoying. We don't have anyone who does... Oh, no, it's gonna make them vulnerable to fire. Okay. Do we have anything to give you? Okay. Simple weapon proficiencies. Do we have any armor proficiencies? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Black. She's like an oracle slash witch? Okay. So she can do burning hands. She's going to gain some extra fire spells. Okay. So if we have any simple weapons, we can give them to her. Let's give her a club in case of trouble. I can wear my ring. Okay. And in formation, they're going to put you in the back. Like that. Oh, it's a good thing we came back here. We met a witch. It's pity we didn't talk about.
Stand against me?
Well, we need to work on your initiative. There you go. You people have fun. We'll wait for you.
Into the fray!
Away, you rascal!
I see you, wizard.
They'll beg me to stop.
Ugh, that's annoying. Made your save. Dang it. Okay. Let's drop an ear-piercing scream on one of you. There we go.
Distract them for me.
Perfect.
Go for their hearts!
The inheritor, guide my blade. The light, take you.
Your time is over.
Okay, let's continue taking care of the wizard. Well, that's not unsurprising with that blackened thing.
Time to share your treasures.
I'll cut you wide open.
This will leave a bruise. No glory without risk!
You offend me.
Go on, let's get closer.
Too late for apologies.
Oh, you fell down in your own grease. Don't fall in the grease. You fell in the grease. Don't fall in the grease. You fell in the grease.
Stand down.
No match for me.
I'll hit you.
Forgot how much of a double-edged sword grease can be.
Away, you rascal.
They'll beg me to stop.
You won't stop us.
Cover me, all right? Stab you or zap you? Why not both? Distract them for me.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Your time is over. Surrender, or else!
Time to share your treasures!
You offend me.
Thunk, thunk, thunk.
You can trust me.
Thunk, thunk, thunk. There we go. There's a house there. Let's go a little bit further if we can and finish clearing out this area, giving grease a chance to wear off. Okay. Let's drop a bunch of stuff we don't need. We can pick it up on our way out. For real this time.
What's on your mind?
Also, you
I wonder.
kill you. And then yourself. Okay. So we've almost finished making note of everything on this side. We can go a little further that way. So let's do that. Oh. Battle. Where's the enemy?
No match for me.
I forgot about these fellas. Let's spread out so we don't all get puke partied. Charge you. Grrr. Come over here so we don't all get puke partied. You're the one with the vulnerability curse. So I'm gonna go to you.
Stand down. The spirits demand your blood.
We may as well go forward.
Cover me, all right?
Too late for apologies.
Into the fray.
Away, you rascal!
Get out of the puke party. Get out of the puke party. Get out of the puke party.
The light take you.
Your time is over.
Get close, but stay out of range.
I'll hit you!
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Friendship lasts forever.
Friendship is like magic or something.
With grace?
Well, we may as well go into the house. See what's in here.
You can handle them, right?
Rat swarms. This is probably not great. Okay. We need to kind of line everyone up to do stuff. Because we need to... Okay. You delay... You delay until after everyone else. Okay.
There's something over there.
Okay, I see this trap. Let's just get out of there for now. Delay to let Vriska go out at the end of this. Okay. Vriska, get out of there. That's a pileup of swarms. You come get into position. Do not torch our little elf girl. Here we go. Oh, she can't cast her spell. That's annoying. We were kind of counting on her.
You are today's sacrifice.
I'll rip you apart!
We have a flaming sword. Nope. Okay. Delay until after these rats. Let them come stand on you. Get out of there. Burn.
Into the fray!
Go for their hearts! Stand down. This hurts so much.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Yes.
Don't let Vriska die, please.
They'll beg me to stop.
Tactical retreat.
Someone! No! Anyone! Away, you rascal!
Distract them for me.
Sud is restless. I wonder why.
Yes.
Good. Use one of you. Perfect. So now,
No time for idling. No challenge at all.
let's loot the house.
I am helpful. Am I not?
We identified hide armor +1. Max dex 4. That puts us the same armor class with less dexterity detriment. So that's good. Plus, Wenduag looks cute in hide. Yay. Also, fuck swarms. We're gonna deal with them. Discari's like king of swarms. Okay. I want to finish this side of the bridge before we go. So. Beepy. The inner wall of Kenebres, which encloses the city center, now lies in ruins. Oh, so that is... Okay. So we really don't have anything to do but cross the bridge. I guess we will.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
I don't see where this fly is, so let's get ourselves into a defensive position here. There we go.
Rip you apart!
Sella, why are you in the back? You should probably delay. Let them all come closer.
Your time is over.
Bye-bye. What are you doing? Why are you all going around that way? Oh, you're sneaking around the back. Clever. Sneaky little centipedes.
Time to share your treasures.
No match for me.
I'll cut you wide open.
This is a little risky. You know what? Yellow.
The light, take you.
Gosh, fire is not the thing for this fight. Exactly.
You offend me.
This campaign, we have a lot of fire strength for enemies that are resistant to fire. Alright, there's another one of you.
Cover me, all right?
The spirits demand your blood.
We're starting to feel kind of strong. I like one-shotting enemies.
You won't stop us.
Keep trying.
Inheritor, guide my blade.
Away, you rascal. This is my time to shine.
Some more Crusaders.
I'll cheer you on from over there.
Come join us, Meat Shield. Okay. Let's get some luck going. Micro it. Ah. We can't charge.
Your time is over.
That's fine. The luck will give us an AC bonus that doesn't stack with our lucky bracers. Handle those guys. We got this one. Jerk.
Surrender or else.
Into the fray.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
I'll rip you apart.
Thanks, Wendoag. Making me waste my luck.
You are today's sacrifice.
Okay, we have all the luck right now, so let's go flank and
You offend me.
roll a 1. Great game.
Too late for apologies.
No glory without risk. The inheritor, guide my blade.
Distract them from me.
Perfect. No notes. More books. There's more things to crops, but let's finish exploring this little area before we go further. My beloved brother, I admire your zeal, of course. Would you not agree it's hardly the time to be standing guard over a hole no one will emerge from? Perhaps you're so concerned someone will decide to go for a nighttime stroll and accidentally fall in? Such foresight's laudable, but do you really need so many soldiers for such a task? Can't your warriors be put to better use, for instance fighting demons or clearing rubble, while the people beneath it might still be alive? Don't you dare call me brother, heretic. How dare you accuse me of doing nothing to protect the city, especially now when followers of your temple were caught committing treason. In my mind, you're no different from the demon worshippers. These miscreants, these beasts are digging under the city walls. Everyone knows, my dearest prelate, that in your zealous pursuit of order, you've long since forgotten how to tell friend from foe and good from evil. That's what happened with my adepts, whose act of treason was a genuine attempt to save the city, and yet I'm forced to repeat myself. While we're wasting time on pointless quarrels, people are dying under the rubble in our city. People whom we could have saved if you would have set your soldiers to the task, and not kept them here, surrounding a useless and utterly harmless hole in the ground. Harmless? Well, if that's your say-so, then that must mean there's someone down there. Your associates, no doubt. And they're just waiting for us to abandon our posts, or they slink out and try to. And you, I remember you. You appeared in the city the day the demons attacked and Terendala died. What are you doing here? Answer at once, or I'll have you strung up by your ankles before you know it. Don't think that demons have wounded me. I still have enough strength to take on 100 of your sort. And what is this hideous creature? We call ourselves the Neithers. Our forebears bore the brunt of the demons' first strike. In thanks for their sacrifice, you sent them to the catacombs. But now that the demons are mauling you on the streets, you need allies. Even hideous ones like us. Oh, but you're not. You're cute. Mongrels. Descendants of Crusaders? A feral specimen, no doubt. You obviously know human speech. Surprisingly well, in fact. Alright, let's be off with you. If she causes any trouble, I'll hold you responsible. Come to think of it, you still haven't told me who you are. I am a Crusader, fighting to liberate Canabras from the demons, bitch. A Crusader, you see? I'll look into that. You obviously don't know to whom you are speaking. I'm the one who decides who a Crusader and who's a traitor in the city. Hulrun Shapik, prelate of Canabras by the grace of Her Majesty Queen Galfrey, and the city's defender against threats from within and without. And as we can see, you've done a sterling job protecting the city. I'm Ramian of Edme, prior of the Temple of Desna, which alas currently lies in ruins. Wise Hulrun here believes it's vital to guard this hole in the ground, from which he is certain demons will emerge at any moment. I've been trying to convince him the city has far more urgent matters to deal with. For instance, rescuing those currently dying under the rubble. You know what? There may in fact be one matter that's more important than guarding the hole. I've put it off, and look where it's led us. I should have you hung from the gates back when you dared defend your gang of delinquent demon collaborators. The Sarkorians had hanged the Arielu Vorlash when they had the chance. There never would have been a war. I won't repeat their mistake. I won't hesitate any longer. Soldiers, seize this scum. Prelates see reason. These are frightening times, but threatening to hang someone without trial, that's unworthy of a servant of Iomedae. Lest you forget, girl, we may serve the same goddess, but you are not an inquisitor. Don't dare question the way I choose to serve Iomedae, and I won't question yours. Wow. Behold, Inquisitor, I bear the gift of an angel who died in the caves below Canabras. I'm no enemy of yours. Not the path I plan to use, but yeah, I've got it. You telling the truth? The light in your hand was wrought by the power of heaven. I will keep an open mind in regard to you, stranger. And later, under less fractious circumstances, I'd like to ask you about how you came to receive this gift. That can wait. Now I must deal with this filth once and for all. Lay a finger on him and you have to answer to me. Stop! You're the defenders of what remains of Canabras. Can't you think of anything better to do than be at each other's throats in the ruins of the city? You're a fool, Hulrun. You're a zealot and a murderer, but you're a fool first and foremost. I told you that the Wardstone was weakened. You wouldn't listen. I warned you the city was going to be attacked. You shooed me away. The truth is, my young adepts were trying to save the Wardstone, and you stopped them. Of course, those truly responsible for the tragedy are the demons, but you've done nothing to prevent it, and now you'd still rather kill innocent people and perish yourself than admit you were wrong, as always. He fled, the heretic. He's no doubt expecting me to rush off in pursuit, but that won't work on me. What about you? If you truly have been marked out with a gift from heaven, this is your chance to save the city. Go bring back that filthy traitor. I'm almost certain he and his cronies were helping the demons, knowingly or unknowingly. Their attempt to bewitch the Wardstone is clear proof. Ramian must be careful of them. Sure. I see you suffered greatly in battle. Nonsense. I had to deal with a brood of Nubuses. It was nothing. I've taken worse enemies with the goddess's help. Inquisitor seems hale and hearty, but you're not sure if his wounds are truly minor or if that's just bravado. Nabesses, the prelate is mighty, sure enough, but a strong predator is tired and spent after defeating a rival. He becomes tempting prey for smaller hunters. But smaller predators, in turn, should ensure they do not choose a target that is far superior to them. Weakness can be deceiving. What would a city girl know about wild predators? I was educated at home. My studies were most rigorous. Ugh. Why are you obsessed with finding enemies everywhere you look? Why? Why? You must not be from these parts, or you wouldn't have asked such a question. I look for enemies everywhere because our enemies are everywhere. Who are we at war with? Demons. Demons and cultists. They're masters of deception. They worm their way into your favor and masquerade in all manner of false guises. You think Dresden was taken by force? No, by trickery. Were it not for me, Crus8rs would have gone the same way long ago, captured out from under our noses. Now listen to what I am about to tell you. This was long ago. I was very young then, and I just joined the crusade. Back then, Crus8rs didn't have a garrison so much as a public thoroughfare. Anyone who wanted could just stroll into the city. One day at dawn, a group of refugees came up to the gates, bold as brass. The gods let them in, and why not? For no one was ever turned away. It was no matter. Everyone was welcome in our city. If you came from Mendev, or if you hauled yourself here from across the seas, the crusade accepted all and sundry. On this occasion, we paid dearly for our laxity. As soon as these innocent lambs entered the city, they transformed to demons and rushed the ward stone, slaughtering everyone who tried to stop them. 62 people died in less than a minute. The demons used their mutilated corpses to desecrate the obelisk. None dare go near. The light of the goddess burned them all, so they threw the blood from afar, splattering the ward stone from every direction. And the lead demon, an eyeless beast, Minago is her name, jeered and gloated, saying we mortals had been sitting ducks. And the creature was right, too. We let our guard down and got what we deserved. The bloodbath came to be known as the Red Morning Massacre, and it was burned into the townsfolk's memories. Since then, Crus8rs has adopted different practices. Heretics, cultists, spies, all the rabble who coveted Arilu's glory, we drove them all from the city. We haven't had any trouble here since. Many have come, even the Baelor, Corazmadet, and they have all been sent straight back where they came from, or else were killed for their trouble. You see, Discari himself had to crawl out of the abyss and come here, goddess curse him, to break through our defenses. And what did he do? He left again, and we're still fighting. Now that is what vigilance and discipline can do. Ramian really warned you of the attack? These crazed Desnans were always bursting into my study with their incoherent prophecies that came to them in their dreams. As they would, Desna is the goddess of dreams. I mean, not like a goddess, like just a superpower entity, but still, able to send prophecies in dreams. This is known. I won't lie, sometimes what they said did come to pass, but can we really rely on the woolly dreams of heretics over the cold, hard facts of intelligence reports? Plenty of demons could have easily fooled them and whispered a treasonous plan to their dreams, and these lunatics would have been too happy to listen. This time, Mr. Curls for Brains came to me and declared the demons were about to attack the city, and the Wardstone's power was diminished by some kind of contamination or taint. Iamity, forgive me for even repeating the words. After uttering such blasphemy, he should have been locked up along with his followers and interrogated. But instead, I simply increased surveillance, and what's next? My people caught them red-handed trying to attack the Wardstone with unknown magic. And not 3 days later, the demons attacked the city. There's an obvious connection between these events. Whether deliberately or under demonic influence, the Desnans played right in the hands of Discari's hordes, and they almost left the city completely defenseless. Ramian covered for his people the whole time and helped them escape my guards. After that, what else can he be but a traitor and a heretic? There's nothing dangerous in the hole, we just came from there. You told me yourself that you received a light-bearing gift from an angel who perished in the caves. It is no secret these passages are teeming with dangerous creatures that could kill anyone, even a warrior of heaven. Blah, 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 blah. Have fun. I remember you. When Father and I arrived in the city, you met us. What's this gibberish? As if I have nothing better to do than arrange meetings with vagrants. It's true. You and the other knights tied us to stakes and started lighting the bonfire. Father died, and then one of your knights changed his mind and told me from the flames. Then he died too, don't you remember? If you were burned, it was with good reason. You say some traitor helped you escape the fire. That's a crime in itself, which means you've been evading justice all these years. If it weren't for the evasion, I would review your case and see your sentence finally fulfilled. You're lucky we have more important matters to deal with right now. You're lucky we have more important matters to deal with right now. I am going to put your head on a stick, you ass. He didn't look all the way he does now, all wrinkled and gray. He was young with a big mustache. He probably forgot all about it. It was so long ago. But I do want to say one thing. I'm not cross with him. This knight is a true hero. He just really, really wanted to protect the city. We got all mixed up over who was good and who was evil. You forgive him after what he did? He thought he was doing his right. How do you know? Maybe you've done something thinking it was a good thing, but you were really doing a bad thing that hurt someone. And what if I've done the same thing? You can't get angry at people for making mistakes when they might be no better than them. Holren, you sent an innocent child to be burned at the stake. Didn't you want to ask forgiveness? Hardly. Anyone can look innocent. How did the girl survive the fire? And what about that crow flying around? If I was to take a closer look at this innocent little lad of yours. If you ask me, she looks highly suspicious indeed. I want to, but this is not the time. We'll have you, you little... We'll eat you. We'll feed you to the Neithers and give them greater power. Let's go. Bye-bye, kind knight. Oh my god.
How cute!
Oh my god. The demon invasion transformed all Canabres into one great battlefield, but nowhere in the city suffered as much as this square. The place saw a clash of titans. Demon Lord Duraskari leading his hordes from the abyss, and the dragon Terendelev, mightiest of the city's defenders, and one of the first to fall. The scene of destruction leaves no doubt as to the battle's outcome. A skilled scout could recreate the course of the battle moment by moment, simply by looking at the ruins. From the chimneys torn down by powerful wings in a sharp dive, to the bloody tracks left behind when the demon dragged away the noble reptile's broken body. But it's no hypothetical scout gazing upon the ruins. It is Vriska Serket. Did I do this? This is perfect. And she's not alone. The shadow of a strange, barely perceptible presence lingers over the place, like a gaze untethered from any observer. This mysterious force unknown to immortal kind silently assesses, judges, and seeks a better way. In an instant, Vriska Serket is vested with the power and looks at the world with its eyes. Past, present, and future stand before her as a unified whole, an unmoving, multifaceted crystal that would be beautiful were it not for the fractures, blemishes, and flecks marring its splendor. What future does she see? Good and evil, chaos and order, everything is in its lawful place in the multiverse, and is no longer trespassing where it does not belong. Nothing is disrupting the smooth and steady currents of the river of souls, from life to death and back to life again. A reality rid of its flaws is now perfect, and the aeons withdraw to eternally admire its beauty, which will never be thwarted again. What past does she see? In the past exists the one who wielded this gaze in life, although the one and life are inappropriate terms for aeons, the supernatural embodiments of cosmic balance. Rather than the who or what, a better word for this is how. The aeon appeared from outside the world, from the great beyond, to put an end to the intermingling of planes and destroy the world wound, the chasm disrupting the order of the multiverse. Alas, the visitor from beyond proved too weak for the battle they came to fight. They even failed to finish casting the spell that would have sent Duraskari back to the abyss. With one swing of his scythe, the demon lord cut the aeon down. Ruins, blood, corpses. None of this perturbs the Aeon's dispassionate gaze. The living are alive. The dead will be judged by Pharasma. All is as it should be. But the demons circling the sky or growling through the streets create a jarring juxtaposition, like splashes of blood-red ink on a restrained pencil sketch. They should not be here. The world of mortals is for mortals. The demon's place is in the demon world. How sublime the world would be if everything in it knew its place. But even the demons aren't as abhorrent as the sharp-edged, unassuming crystal languishing in the dirt among the bricks and smashed cobblestones. No mortal would notice it, but to the Aeon's eyes it is a mere existence as an outrage against universal laws. If the Aeon still existed, it would not stop until the crystal was unmade. The Aeon is gone, and only their gaze remains. Vriska picks the crystal up out of the dirt and stows it in her pocket. She is mortal, which means she has the power to decide what to do with it. After allowing the heroine to view the world through its eyes, the little that remained of the destroyed Aeon is killed, even appropriate for an entity so far removed from life and death as we understand them, used up its last vestiges of energy. Now they're ready to disperse into nothingness, unless someone decides to preserve the Aeon within themselves. Will the heroine take on this power, so she may again look at the world through another eyes, or will she allow it to vanish? So far, I think we're just collecting paths to pick later, and I want options, so we'll retain the Aeon's power. I think we're still leaning the demon route. I think that's going to give us the most strength to, like, lash out and smash the world wound. So we're going to do that, but we'll see how it goes. The spirit of the Aeon dwells out of sight, deep in Vriska's soul, like a pair of magical spectacles stowed away until the moment when the heroine once again needs to look at the world through another's eyes. Cool.
So exciting!
More loot? What are you? Midnight Bolt. The owner of this bolt can shoot it to deal 50 points of damage that can't be ignored or reduced. This bolt cannot miss. We're gonna want that later. Not now. Oh, this is where the game started. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This is a lot of people. That's vulnerability curse Edretch. Ugh. Magic your weapon.
Go for their hearts!
We're not going to be able to get that Gretch. Let's hit the mortals with sleep. Good. That'll take them out for the time being. Puke party time. God damn it. Get out of the puke party. You know what? You also get out of the puke party. We have no reason to hang out in the puke party. But let's move forward so that we don't get as puke partied. Let's yell at you. Get out of the puke party.
The light take you!
I'll hit you!
The puke party's annoying.
I'll cut you wide open!
Seriously, it's such an annoying thing. Oh my god, and you're just gonna go.
Can't die now. I'm not nearly rich enough.
Okay.
No match for me.
No glory without risk!
You won't stop us. The spirits demand your blood. Stand down.
0 reduced. No. Drinks a potion.
Time to share your treasures.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Bye-bye.
You are today's sacrifice. Away, you rascal.
all right?
They'll beg me to stop.
The light, take you.
Wow, we're doing lovely here.
Surrender, or else!
Get that AC down.
Your time is over.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
No match for me.
Into the fray.
Too late for apologies.
Keep that AC down.
You offend me.
The luck doesn't matter if we roll ones. Oh my gosh.
Distract them from me.
There we go.
I'll rip you apart.
Let's go to this side, so Vriska can go to the other side.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
You have a vulnerability curse to drop on the dretch.
Go for their hearts! Ha! Stand down.
Time to share your treasures.
They'll beg me to stop.
Probably can't charge. Nope, didn't think we could. Nope,
No
close the
glory
difference.
without risk.
Tactical retreat. No?
I'll hit you!
Channel negative energy, that's dangerous.
Away, you rascal!
Cover me, all right?
Hey, Sleepy. You can hang out. And now it's time for these boys to have a bad time.
I'm done with you.
The world in crimson.
That woke him up.
Your time.
But a fiery sword will finish him off. Okay. We are quite significantly hurt. Half plate +1. Hi. Don't you like some bloody cultist armor?
No match for me.
With grace.
Okay. I want to finish exploring this, but I am so tired.
Heartbeat quickens.
And we have another frickin' rat. Okay, after this fight, we're gonna be done. You hang out, Lip, and come. Oh, there's multiples. It's immune. Cool.
You offend me.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
The light take you.
The spirits demand your blood.
They'll beg me to stop.
Stand down.
You won't stop us.
Distract them for me.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
You are today's sacrifice.
I'll rip you apart.
Surrender or else.
More? I hate this.
Time to share your treasures.
No glory without risk.
Go for their hearts.
No match for me.
Away, you rascal.
apologies.
Cover me, all right? Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Into the fray!
Your time is over.
At least they're less of an annoyance than they were in
I'll
3.5.
hit you.
These sorts of attacks wouldn't even do anything in 3.5.
Distract them for me.
I'll cut you wide open. You offend me.
You won't stop us.
Time to share your treasures.
Frickin' rats. Ugh. Yeah. Gonna save the game. Ugh. Got a new party member. Things are dark and just... people are going crazy. It's a good time. I want to play more, but I am yawny. And it's been 3 hours. Wow. I was thinking, oh, I'll play for like an hour or two, and then it turned out to be like 3 hours. Okay, well, let's take a look at who's streaming. Got Patron, Baron's doing. Yeah, let's go say hi to Baron. Thank you all for coming by. All one of you, apparently. Wow. Sheesh. Bell. Not joining me in the rating, Baron? It's fine. Peace, etc. Rah.